And we're back with another episode of Let's Play House Flipper. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. Now, we did some work here, and I regret every minute of it after about 5 minutes in. It took about 30 minutes, maybe 15 to 30 minutes to complete the task, and I needed a ladder to do it, but we have reorganized stuff. So the crap that was on the floor, I just moved it over here for the fuel next to the generator. I didn't know what to do with the laundry, but I put it where we're going to put the washing machine. And then I picked the axe and the sledge off the floor with these two things and just put them up on this shelf for now. And then I put these shelves back in place because they kind of needed to go back in. Put the guns up, and then we have reorganized all of this. Now, I will say I added this whole shelf of water. I only had this shelf when I started, and then I bought water for this. These are all the cubs up here. I did delete one of them just because I was like, well, I'm not going to have one random one, and I already put one back in here with our shoes. These right here these are our Steven Seagal survival buckets. We got them all in there, and then we had room left over, so I put the first aid kit. We've got our goat testicles. We got a lot of goat testicles. These are easily 3 deep each. So we're good on goat testicles. We got Jolly Green Giant Dicks. We got plenty of Jolly Green Giant Dicks. And then we've got our just piles and piles of hot sauce with our peanut butter. We've got our macaroni and our rice. Over here we've got our canned blood. We've got our dog food and cat food here. And then we also have our I forget what these were. Oh, yeah. That's right. Goat turds. Canned. And then we have our utensils, which we're just going to use screws and nails to eat with. You know, I got it all planned out, guys. We're good. We're ready for the apocalypse, as far as I'm concerned. Now, with that said, that's all been organized. Now we just need to start painting, and if we even need to. Again, we've put in this much effort. I don't see why we shouldn't continue the effort. Because if we do another bunker one, which I think there's at least 2 more, we could go light on one of them and then go heavy on the other. So that's my stance on that. So we're gonna go ahead and paint all the walls white, because there's really not much else color-wise to really put in a place like this. I mean, again, this is tacky-esque, I guess, but if you're gonna live in a bunker, why not make it look a little bit more pleasant, I say. And there's nothing wrong with painting it white. Now, one thing we will keep in mind is for future builds, if we don't get much for designing and painting this, I don't see a point in actually wasting our time with this going forward. Just throwing it out there as a mild criticism / concern. Because this is a lot of extra work we don't really have to do. I get the feeling from the lack of discussion by our possible buyers, this is probably a waste of time. But let's just say if I were to live in a bunker, I'd like the walls painted. Not everything has to look like an abysmal thing, though we also don't want it to look too dystopian either, but I'm just going to say for the sake of simplicity, we'll paint it white. But you notice that we're not getting any bonuses to the sale here for doing this, so part of me thinks this is a waste of our time, but because we've bought a large thing of paint, we're going to commit to this time. And then this corridor is white, so it kind of seems weird to not paint it. So, just my 2 cents. But yeah, it is going to be pretty sterile. It's going to be all white. That's what we're going to be going for. See, it lets me paint that for some reason. That's so weird. It didn't let me paint that. I don't know. So, anywho. We may go with a full tiled bathroom. And then we'll start putting in the installations, which will then end in the bathroom. After we paint and set it all up. I mean, we could just go for a white bathroom, but... I don't think we're gonna have enough paint. I think as we get to the final wall here, it's gonna run out maybe a little before. Oh no, we just made it. Look at that, we just made it. Wow. I am satisfied and pleased with myself there. Okay, alright, let's just do this because we know we're not gonna put much in here. Let's do the washer. Though if you're living in the apocalypse, what do you really need to wash? I mean, I always wondered, like, if you had nuclear fallout, where's your water supply coming from to run a washer, a dryer, a bathroom, a sink? You know what I mean? That's where I question, like, what's the real steps here? I mean, I've heard of water filtration systems, but can you really filter radiation? That's a question I would have. You know, irradiated water or radioactive water supply. You know, I guess you could argue you're just trying to make the situation as best as it can be, but it is a question I legitimately have about that stuff. You know what? We're gonna put a clothes dryer in. I know I haven't done this yet, but it seems like the relevant thing to do. Rather than just put a giant thing of shelf in here. Alright. Let's do these installations. And again, you gotta run water through these radiators, so is that radioactive? I doubt this would prevent it. And we're not getting a lot of street cred here. So this is an important observation. All this extra work that we're seemingly doing may not at the end of the day amount to anything. I don't know, and there's no telling if this is going to raise the value of the home or not. If it doesn't raise the value of the home, this is a pointless endeavor. But like I said, we're doing it for the sake of doing it, and in the future we may A, not paint walls, and B, not insert these types of installations. There may be no real pertinent reason to do that. But again, it's all experimental for what it's worth, and I'm sure somebody will yell and scream at me that prior to this that I'm wasting my time. And their yelling and screaming will be for naught. Now see, this doesn't actually fit up here. So this was a bad location anyway. So we'll just put it right over the radiator. Now something was going on over there, but it might not have been anything. So they are rotating orders, so maybe this is doing something. I, for the life of me, couldn't tell you what, though. Why am I not getting the option? There we go. I was like, why am I not getting the option to assemble this damn thing? Boom, boom. Okay. We're gonna do flooring. I don't know what we should do, but we should do something. We could also make all of the flooring around it as the same. So let's just do this. At least not low-brow gray. It's only a few $100. You know, we're gonna do the bathroom the same as well. Fuck it. I mean, it looks a little nicer. And we can't paint the ceiling, so there's not much we can do about that. Alright. In here, still need the radiator. like it like that. I wanted it as close to the left as we can get it. I think they are changing, like, what they think, and I do think it's because we're putting stuff in, we're just not seeing the arrows. So if this is worth it, it's very little. Very, very little. Okay. And those shells have nothing on it. In here we can put one, maybe one shelf. Again, you know, I don't know. Let's just take it out. Now for beds. Yeah, we could put the bunk beds, but I'm not going to do that. There's not really a value or a point to doing that at all. That would be a perfect option, but we don't really have a good blank wall to do that with. We're looking for a very narrow standard bed. Something like this would be more than sufficient. We could plop it right about here. That way when you wake up in the morning you can hit that with your foot. Now I am going to move the radiator out of the way. I don't like it there. It's messing with my feng shui. And then if there's an earthquake, the sledgehammer falls on you. So it works out. Don't question it, just accept. Accept. Put this over here. Okay, and then we gotta kind of turn this into a little kitchen area. Again, it shouldn't be too crazy. But we need to make sure there's enough amenities for everything, plus somewhere to sit. So I'm thinking of something like this. Oh, except it's got that back end on it. Ugh. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Something like this would work. You could do... You could put a little stool there, maybe, or... See, this doesn't fit the way I'd like it to. Perfect world, I could put it like here. And then move more kitchen over this way. That way, theoretically, there's a place to eat, and then... No, I just don't like it. It'd be easier if we had, like, a peninsula, but that's just not going to really fix the problem we're having. Yeah, I'm looking for a prefabricated one versus just putting in our own. So at the end of the day, I think it'll still be easier. And then... do to electric. The refrigerator. Never know what you might want to have cool. But you know what? Let's go with the skinny one. Because this makes it even look more sterile. No, it's really because it'll fit better. And then let's end this furniture with some of these. We actually can put a corner one in if we wanted to. Don't know if there's a little one that would fit in there, which is mildly concerning. No, not really. We will not do a corner. We'll do another twofer with glass on that side. A little variation. There we go. It's presentable. Now we're not quite done yet. We still got a crapatorium to do, which I did not paint white. We ran out of paint, and I think I made a joke about doing it all one color, but I think we're just gonna paint it. I mean, again, we're coming into this concern that we're not getting jack squat for this effort more, so let's just not saying that you shouldn't make good effort, but since it's not rewarding us with anything, we'll just go with all white, and even where the shower is going to go, I'm just going to do it all white. It's waterproof paint. Part of me feels guilty about doing that, though. I feel so much guilt, but I have no feelings. Back to work. Okay, let's do our shower. Let's do our crapinator. Gonna need the fatty for this one. And then sink. Alright, the bathroom is done. Except for that. And again, we're not getting much street cred for this, so it's like, it's starting to make me ponder, again, if painting and putting in all these installations is really warranted. Though, and again, there's no way we could probably ever know unless I can play through this gold game again and then do a minimalistic one and see if we get any credit for it. So, it's all a moot point at the end of the day. It's like, who gives a crap? Because there's no way to really gauge whether it was worth it or not, other than what the plausible buyers are saying. So, again, And then I saw something I wanted to do. Here we go. No! I saw it. There it is. Could probably fit a couple of these in here. Why is the light not on? I didn't tear the light fixture out of this room. I'll double check it. Yeah, there's no light in here. One light? Really? We can do better than that. Let's buy a few of these, shall we? This room is properly lit. Bathroom is kind of weak. It's a shame we can't rotate these. That's good. Alright. I would say that's a bunker done. Let's get the hell out of here. Because we still have about roughly 40 minutes left. Which means we can do a garden thing. That I'm not wholly that happy to commit to, but we may as well. You know, we've put in this much effort. There's no point in just stopping and starting a new thingamajig, so I say we do it. Let's go ahead and we'll go with a semi-Americana like we have in the past. We're going to put that there. We're going to do a pool for sure. Maybe put a few outdoor gym things. This guy's got... The person who's going to own this is going to be like kind of like macho man, you know. Dude. Hear me out, bro. My place needs to be like, so I can train. I need to be able to train, bro. You know how important it is when I say that. I need to be able to get my cross training in there. In case the end of the world happens, man. Just saying. Gotta get this all ready for me, man. So maybe we'll do like a little bit of a gym hybrid. So the aesthetics, though important, are not as paramount as functionality. So like over here, I want to do like a little gym. So we're gonna go to surfaces and do something we did in the playthrough area of the game, where we did a kind of sanded area. Now I am going to create a gap here because I do want like maybe some of our pathway or something separating this. Like so. Look at that. I think we can make that work. And what I meant by that was we'll grab this. It was not done. Okay. See if this gives us some perks as well. Just a small assortment of exercise equipment. Not that these fuckers probably care, but I say they can suck it. They gotta get jacked. They gotta get swole, right? What are all the new terms them kids are using these days? There we go. Okay. That killer cacti. Doesn't help when you fall in the pool. Imagine like running around here like with your bathing suit on and you just fall into the cactus. I would just laugh my ass off so much. Oh my god. And I'm trying to get the credit more than I'm trying to make this look perfect. For those of you pondering, why am I mixing these two types of things in together? Well, they're both under tropical. Question is, do we put a divider there? I say yes, but not with the cacti. Probably with small agave plants, maybe? Yeah. Is that really what I just put in? You gotta be shitting me. What's this? Alright. So I would say from here to there is more than sufficient. Okay. Let's do that. And then furniture, sofas. Go with this guy. And then we'll add a table. Something that's, I think, the matching table. And then what we could even do is take this guy with a lighter color. I don't have really much of a choice, but we'll put this here. Put the projector, even though the projector realistically is probably way too close. We're going to put it there for just aesthetics. This is one of you screams, there's not much aesthetics if you told us it's not a real place to really put it. And that's where I go, oh, shut the fuck up. Okay, over here, let's do furniture, sun chairs. Cut a couple of these out here. And then, fences at this point. Something to prevent the neighbors from peeking. I mean, our guy's so freaking paranoid. It makes sense. I'm not going to put a fence on the other side, though. We just want one as a deterrent for young morons from the pool. Trust me, I have a whole beef with, like, regulation with regards to construction, so... And I'm not even in the industry, and I have a bunch of complaints, along with the people who do construction. So... Doesn't look right, but I mean that's what it's supposed to do, so fuck it. Fuck if I know. Look at that, it's fenced in properly. Alright, bushware of some sort. Can be filler, and we need plenty of filler. We're going to require these needle plants to get us there, I think. We're going to go with the biggins. Because realistically, it's just like... I'm not trying to make the perfect garden, for those of you questioning. I'm just making a functional one. And one that we can get at least a little bit of street cred for in a competition. I'm not looking to make, like, this beautiful, luxurious garden. We've already made that garden. Alright? We did that work, baby. That's my stance. So this is just for street cred, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, there is a point to where I start thinking it's starting to look ridiculous. Well, they're changing who their preference is, so this is clearly doing something. Then let's do... Okay, let me see here. I just happen to like this table, and it also happens to be right at the top. Let's get on the right side of this. Alright. I know it's not perfectly centered, but yeah, screw it. My OCD, minor OCD, or pseudo OCD, because I don't really have OCD, and that's not fair to say that. I mean, that's roughly all we gotta do. So the bunker is done. The house is done. Okay, it's looking pretty good. This area is done. I mean, the only other thing, we could take this out, maybe put it in a pizza oven as part of the recreation, just to add some variety. And we can also do like a surface for it. This one being, we will do circular. Nice. Okay, so I'm convinced that we've done really all that needs to be done. We've got a functional backyard. It's not perfect. It's not beautiful, but it'll, it serves its purpose. We've got a little exercise area. We've got our amenity and our pizza oven with our barbecue and our awning with that. Our house is done with the bunker. I think we're ready to finish this guy off. What do you guys say? All right, I hear you. Let's do it. We're going to submit it to a contest for American. Our plant selection's always sucked in. Hey, that's not a bad number, actually. I was expecting a lot lower. All right, let's put it on auction. So, see, look at how much more they're paying. It's great that there's again. And we got an extra almost 100,000 from the garden competition. Maybe these garden competitions are worth it, but for the sake of getting this done, I don't want to get into it too much. Let's see if we can get another 15k out of the guy. A little much. He probably will say no. Oh, okay. Well, fucking A. So almost 2 grand. Almost 2 grand. So let's go ahead and accept offer on that house. I don't know why you would cancel the auction unless you blatantly forgot to do like an entire section of the house. And you're sitting there wondering why you're not getting all, the money. So yeah, we went, I think, overboard with the shelter. I don't see a purpose in painting it or putting any of the amenities in it other than basic bathroom stuff. Maybe a washing machine, whatever. But knowing that from here on out, we're probably not going to do a lot of that going forward. Just to me, that's where we're at with a lot of this. Because it's not paying off. I think no matter how we do it, it's not really seeming to pay off all that much. So why do it, right? Okay, so we're back at the home. We just hit $2 million in our budget, which puts us, I think, far over what we need to buy any of the houses here. We're going to continue to do them in chronological or financial order, as our next house will be the Pink Kingdom. We've got 16 houses left. Oh my goodness, that's probably another 32 episodes minimum, because these houses are getting bigger. I see a 3-floor house coming up, and it looks like it's got stilts, and we could add more rooms. There's a lot of stuff going on. We've got like a little modern mansion here. So these houses are getting bigger, and in turn it's going to take us longer to fix them up. So that is part of the adventure. That is part of the journey that we are setting out on. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Studios for more live gaming action. We play tabletop games, pen and paper games. We have a blind video play show called Live from the Dumpster with Hobo Headcrab. And so much more on that channel. You don't want to miss it out. That's twitch.tv/Studios for more live gaming action. If you'd like to see it brought here to YouTube, let me know. It is something we are considering at some point. We're not sure when or how, the logistics of it, but we have plans. We do have plans. The biggest thing for me to tell you guys is thanks for stopping by. I will see you guys next time.